Hi guys, I'm Tracy. Thank you for joining me today. So today is another good old brush haul, and this one is again from CD Japan. So my last one was also a CD Japan haul, and those were all Koyudo CD Japan partnership type brushes. So I wanted to branch out and try brands that I have not yet experienced. So that's kind of what this haul is about. And just really quickly, I wanted to kind of praise CD Japan for their wonderful service and beautiful packaging. It came in this really beautiful big CD Japan box, and like the first time the shipping was extremely quick. I think I ordered it like on a Tuesday and it was here by Thursday. Wait, what's today? Anyways, it was about 3 days from order to arrival, and these brushes are coming from Japan, so that's very impressive that they're able to get me the products that quickly. And I'm very impatient when it comes to my brushes. I want them as fast as possible, so I really appreciate that. And I choose the DHL option, which I really like because it allows you to sign ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about missing the delivery. So I've always chose the DHL option. The packaging is immaculate. I'll kind of go over that really quickly. With the exception of one brush, they were all packaged in this, it has this extra piece of cardboard or paper so that when you're taking the brush out, the hairs don't get stuck on the tape, which I really appreciate because it's happened before. The hairs have gotten stuck on tape, and brand new brush is getting kind of like destroyed right in front of you. So they were all packaged very beautifully like that, except for one. I'll go over that in a minute. So let me talk about the first brush I got, and this is from Mizuho, and I really wanted to try this brand. I've heard a lot about it, and this is the foundation brush. It's MB113. It's made out of synthetic PBT and Sokoho goat hair, and I'm planning to use this for foundation, possibly concealer. And this one was packaged the best. It came in this really nice, I don't know if it had something else, but it has this sleeve so that when you take the brush out, it doesn't get stuck, and it has that Kumano sticker. But I believe these are all made in Kumano, Japan. And this one is, it feels very like substantial. I don't know how to explain it. And the handle reminds me of the Houkodou Takumi. It feels like very similar, and it's slightly heavier than this. But I believe this is like a lightweight wood material. So I'll give you guys a better look of the brush. So this is 15 millimeters here, and then 24 at the longer end. And it says here Mizuho brush. It doesn't have the type of brush that it is, but this is what it looks like, and I'm really excited to try this for foundation. And because the brushes that I've been using are kind of like this or something like this, it'll be nice to have something that's angled that I can get like kind of like between my features here, and even here. So I'm really excited to try this out for foundation. It doesn't feel as silky and as soft as my other foundation brushes. It's definitely, it has a lot of, it doesn't have a lot of give. So it is stiffer than like this Koyudo one that I have. This one is a lot more flexible. So I'll see how that works out. And it kind of does feel like a synthetic type of brush, but I'm okay with that because I am going to start trying to incorporate synthetic brushes for my cream and liquid products, just for the practicality of that, because I'm washing these so often. I feel like if they're natural hair, it does start to break down the bristles and it causes more shedding because I'm washing them so much. And you know, when you have to wash a brush with foundation in it, you really need to, you know, scrub it. And I just feel like the synthetic bristles are going to hold up better. So that's one reason why I really was attracted to this brush. I mean, not the fanciest brush. It's very basic, but it just feels like a very well-made, sturdy brush. Like I don't think this is going to fall apart on me, but hope I'm not speaking too soon. But this is what it looks like. It's similar in size to the Eihodo BP14, except it's got a slight angle and it's slightly thicker if you look at it from the side. Hope you guys can see that. The ferrule is a little bigger too, but as far as the length of the bristles, it's very similar, but the bristles do feel coarser and stiffer than the Eihodo one. So that is the Mizuho foundation brush. The next one I have is from the brand Houkodou, and I got the angled foundation brush. It says BZ-2, and it's made out of Sokoho goat hair, and it's 19 millimeters long, and it's a short handled brush. And I've seen this line of brushes on Reddit a lot, and people seem to really love it. It comes in a like rounded, like a bigger foundation brush that's rounded, and that one seems to be very popular also. But I liked that this had an angle because it kind of reminds me of, actually it really reminds me of the Fupa FP05, and if you compare them, they are almost identical as far as the size of the ferrule, the angle, and it feels very similar too. This is 100% synthetic, and this is 100% Sokoho goat hair. But this, it really does feel like velvet. Like if I were to close my eyes and feel this, I would think it's velvet, but it's not quite like the Sonoji smooth buffer. This one has a lot more give, and this one's much softer, and it's more flexible. This one is very tightly packed. Like it's really not going to move. So I'm planning to use this for possibly liquid foundation to kind of like get in areas like this, or kind of like what I use the other one for like cream bronzer and contour, or maybe even some cream blush. So this shape I've been really enjoying, and I'm glad that I have hopefully something to kind of take this one's place, because this one is always dirty, and so now I'll have two. So I'm really excited to try this one out. The next brand that I got is Eihodo. So this brand, after doing some research, I realized that Chikuhodo is the manufacturer of this brand. So I kind of wish I knew that before I ordered, because I ended up ordering something almost identical to a previous Chikuhodo brushes, but I'll get to that in a second. The first one that I was really drawn to is the H-1 highlighting brush, and it says it's made out of high grade gray squirrel and Sokoho goat hair. And the series, they say it's WP series. I don't know what that stands for, but it has this this handle, and it reminds me, now that I think about it, it reminds me of those old school rice bags that were like this color and had red writing. And at some point someone like made clothing out of it, like kids clothing out of it, just so like you don't waste them. I don't think those bags are used anymore, but I think that's what really attracted me to this brush line, and it was packaged immaculately. And I'll be honest, the first thing that I thought of when I was looking to order this was it kind of reminded me of the Soft Cheek, but as you can see here, the shape is much different, and it actually really looks like the Wayne Goss #2. So I'll show you guys. It's a little bit longer and pointier, but the ferrule is, I think, pretty much the same size, and they feel very similar. And this one I read that like it wasn't that soft, but I think it is. And if you kind of see like how it moves on the skin, it's just, I mean, just a beautifully made brush. And I think what I'm going to use it for is under eye powder. Actually, I'm going to show you guys how it works. It's the first time I'm using this, but what I'm planning to use it for, I'll do it right now. So I'm going to use the Kosas Cloud Powder, which doesn't have a mirror. So I'll like just pick up a little bit like that. So I really like how it has that point, because it gets right like to that area, which I'm really particular about powdering because of the mascara situation. So I'm noticing, compared to my Wayne Goss and like the airbrush and stuff, also compared to the Sonia G Designer Pro, it's not picking up as much. The Wayne Goss would have been completely like saturated if I did that. Anyways, so like powdering this area is probably what I'll use it for mainly. So yeah, it does a really good job powdering that area. I don't know if you can tell this side. It's a little shinier here. And then, you know, so the highlighting brush, I'm gonna try it with this. No, this one, the highlighter. So yeah, it doesn't pick up quite as much as what I thought it would. So this is putting the highlighter on, and it actually really provides a natural finish, not a super strong application of highlighter. Because I know when I use this with some of the other brushes, it comes out really shiny highlighter look, but this one, it has a very nice finish. And also, if I wanted to use it for here, that would work out well too here. But now that I'm using it, it is much like stiffer than the Wayne Goss. This is much softer and way more flexible than this Eihodo one. So it must be because of the goat hair. It's kind of like a coarser, like a stiffer bristle. So that's why it has a lot of spring. If you can see, it doesn't, I mean, it has give, but it really snaps back very quickly, if you can see that. As opposed to like this, it kind of, you know, gradually goes back. I guess also the way this is cut, it's tapered more towards the end as opposed to the bottom. So I'm thinking this will be better for like under eye powdering, because it doesn't pick up a ton of powder, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, getting too heavy. And because of that point, it can really get into these areas. Also powdering here and here. So if I had to pick what the best thing this is for, I would say powdering. And also this is a short handle, which I kind of wasn't expecting, but I looked back and on this brand, all of the handles are short, I believe. So that is the Eihodo highlighting brush. And then the last one I have here is another Eihodo brush, and that is the GS-1 eyeshadow brush, and it's made out of 100% gray squirrel hair, and it's 13 millimeters long. So before, when I ordered this, I didn't realize that Sokoho was the OEM of Eihodo, because when I brought it back, I realized that I have two other brushes that have the identical design. So this is the Sokoho Artist 12-4. So as you can see here, even the ferrule is pretty much identical aside from the coloring. This is made out of horsehair and this is squirrel hair. So I mean, this brush is very silky. In fact, I think it's the identical material that the GSN 9 has. It feels identical to this one, and like the ferrule is like no, the ferrule's different, but I'm hoping that this will work similarly to this one, which I love for shimmers, except because it's bigger, I'm thinking I can cover a bigger area. So like if I want to put a lot of shimmer right here, I can just kind of like do this very quickly, as opposed to this one, it's so much smaller that I have to kind of like little by little apply the shimmer with this. If I had to guess, this probably resembles more the GSN 7, which is a little bigger than this. So I realized I also have the Artist 12-2, which I think is the same design, same shape as this one. These are all made out of different types of hair. This one is a squirrel, this is the horsehair, and this one is the pine, squirrel, and weasel mix. And this one, I use it for concealer. And because of that shape, you know, it really gets up to the lash line, which I appreciate. And so I'm thinking this, I could probably do lower lash line if I wanted a light eyeshadow on the bottom, or if I wanted to pack on shimmer on the top. Actually, I can do shimmer here too. So that's what I'm planning to use this for. And it is really, I know I say this about a lot of brushes, but it is really, really soft. And you can see like kind of how it moves. It just like caresses your skin. It doesn't really, like the hairs don't like splay, not splay, but you know, like some other brushes, you do this and the hairs kind of like come off of your skin, like lift from your skin. It's just like staying on there, which is very impressive. And it's very, very soft. Softer than I thought it would be, because this shape, it tends not to really, sometimes you can't really feel the softness in this shape because it's so tightly packed. But it feels like a very special brush. And it's a short handle. And this one is 3,300 yen, which comes out to, I think, like $30. So for a 100% gray squirrel brush, that is a very great deal. So I just didn't realize I had other ones. I haven't actually used this one. I think I'm going to give it away. But another thing I heard that this shape is good for is to do highlighter. Like for this one, use like cream or liquid highlighter right here. I don't use liquid or cream highlighter yet. So that's probably why I haven't tried it for that. You know what, let me show you guys really quick how this works in action. So I already have my eyeshadow pretty much done. I'll put a little bit more on. I'll do this really sparkly shade from the Viseart Paris Edit. I hope you guys can see how that went on. And then let me do like a slightly darker shimmer shade and do it on my lower lash line. So yeah, I really liked how it did that too. And because this is so soft, it does not irritate your eyes, at least not mine. Let me try to put a little more on this side too. I think even if you have like my shape eyes, like smaller eyes, you could make good use out of a brush like this. And I think it's a little faster than using some of my other packing brushes. So that is the Eihodo GS1. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. All right, bye.